I grew up in a small city in New South Wales called Newcastle. I had a pretty normal Aussie life, but I'm half Italian, and sometimes I forget about the adventure that got me here. The thousands of miles and the endless struggles for a family who migrated to a new country, on a quest for a different life. In 1967, my nonna was the first in our family to arrive. It took him a whole month by boat. My nonna and her 3 children arrived soon after. The day she arrived was actually Australia Day, and due to some miscommunications, her plans to be chauffeured to Newcastle by her husband were foiled. She was stranded with her 3 children, no English, and on top of everything, she had a broken arm. But she realised she had a package with her that a friend back in Italy sent along with her luggage. The address was made to somewhere in Sydney, so she got in the next cab and went there. Turns out these people had visitors of their own who were driving back to Newcastle that day. It's amazing what women can achieve when there isn't a man in the way. Italy is still a very patriarchal country in many respects. My nonna never lets my nonna do anything on her own. She can't go for a walk by herself, can't tie her own shoelaces. Almost every role is assumed by him. That's my dad there. He always tells me that nonna was always really strict on him as a kid. Dad has always been a talented musician. His parents didn't take him to a single music lesson, mostly because they were too poor. But by the age of 9, he'd won a singing competition in his small town of Bomba. The next round was to be held in a neighbouring town, but his parents refused to take him. They just didn't see the worth in it. My dad still sings now. He's in 2 bands, and when he performs, it's one of the few times you can tell he's really being himself. My mum and I love the story of him winning the singing contest, because we know nothing has changed. He still gets that joy out of performing for people today, and nothing stopped him from doing that. I guess in a few ways, I feel very disconnected from the Italian way of life. There are many aspects I don't understand, like the Catholicism, the patriarchy, the not spending lots of money part, but I know it's in me. I feel it the strongest when we're all sitting down at the table together. It's one of the few times we have a true common purpose: food. At this table there's no phones, no interruptions from the outside world, just heaps of food and good conversation with the people you cherish.